Welcome to the Wolf's Den and another action figure review. Today we are taking a look at the Walmart exclusive Star Wars Black Series figure, the Scarif Stormtrooper. As you can see, he comes in typical Star Wars Black Series packaging with a nice big window there, and in the corner we got a nice piece of artwork showing the figure. These Stormtroopers are from the Rogue One movie, which as of this recording has not released yet. So let's take a look at a little sentence on the back about these guys. Specialist stormtroopers stationed at the top secret Imperial military headquarters on Scarif, shore troopers patrol the beaches and bunkers of the planetary facility. Okay, since now we know a little bit about these guys, let's bust open the package and take a look at them. And here we have the figure out of the package. Let's take a look at his articulation. Starting with the head here, it does rotate side to side, and he can even look up quite well there and look down. So he's got good articulation in the head there. Arms move up to the shoulder that far, and then they do rotate all the way around. It's got a single joint at the elbow there, and then that also rotates. Wrists rotate, and then this left hand has the in and out movement there, while the right hand has the up and down joint. We've got the nice ab crunch, so he can bend back a little ways and then forward a bit, and then he does rotate. Down at the legs we run into some problems because he cannot move his legs out to the side very far. And first you'd want to say it's this plastic piece here, because it's kind of a heavier plastic, so it doesn't have a lot of give, but you can bend it a little out of the way, and if you try to move the leg it still doesn't move. So it's actually the way the joint is made, or at least the way the leg attaches to the joint there, how it's constructed. It just limits the movement going out. So it's really not that piece there, it's actually the leg construction. And it's the same on that side too. Because the leg can move forward quite well on this side, but on this side not as much. And I think it's because of this heavier piece of plastic there. That is actually hindering him from moving forward very far. And then he's got the thigh swivel there. Oof, it's kind of a tight joint. It's got double jointed knees. And then the feet move up and down and then do pivot also. And that is his articulation. Right off the bat, I will say that when it comes to the paint apps on this figure, they didn't skimp one bit. They painted every little nook and cranny, and I can actually really appreciate that. You know, in the head sculpt you see all the little marks here. Every little thing is painted on the sides, even the back here. These, I'm assuming they're vents of some sort. You know, they even painted those in, something they could have left blank. His backpack, they painted all the little details on the backpack. His arm here has got the red line, yellow stripes, white stripe here, that little symbol there. I don't know what all these different little symbols stand for, if they're rank, if they're what unit he's in, you know, what those symbols mean, but, you know, they actually took the time to paint all those little details in, and that's really nice. As you're looking at him, you can probably tell he's got a lot of brown wash covering them, and certain areas are darker than others. So that's a nice little effect. So, because these troopers do work in like a wet, rainy environment, and so they are bound to get muddy and dirty, and so that's a nice touch to add that dirt and grime to them. You can see a big splotch of dirt right there. Then he's got a somewhat traditional Stormtrooper belt, although he's got these little pouches here, which is a nice touch. But you see he's got the typical Stormtrooper cylinders and little pockets on his belt. You know, so that it does remind you that he is a Stormtrooper. He definitely looks like a Stormtrooper, but he does have a very unique look. And so I really like that. Then we go down to his legs, and you'll notice that his legs are not armored, at least his upper legs aren't. They were wearing these nicely sculpted, see all the folds, pants. So why they don't have armored legs, I don't know. I guess it has to do with the environment they're in. But they did a really nice job sculpting all the little folds of the pant legs and stuff on there. And we do see that his lower legs do have this nice armored plates, but he is just wearing regular boots underneath. And you can see some more dirt splotches, you know, that they put on the legs there. So overall, really good looking figure. He does come with one accessory, which is your traditional Stormtrooper blaster pistol. A few little paint apps, some silver here and there. It makes it stand out a little bit. And he does hold it very well. No problems holding the gun at all, as you can see. Alright, and now for my final thoughts. The only problem I have with the Scarif Stormtrooper would be his hip articulation. As I pointed out earlier, it limits his posability somewhat, not a ton, but enough to make it slightly frustrating. Other than that problem with the articulation, I think the rest of his articulation is very good. The sculpt on the figure is excellent. They did a really nice job in capturing all the details on this character. All the paint apps on this figure are just fantastic, just excellent looking figure overall. I just really like this figure. So if you see one at Walmart and have a chance to pick one up, I would suggest doing so. Or if you're like me, pick up two. With that, I hope you enjoyed this review and hope to see you again for another review very soon. Until then, thanks for watching.